No.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for spending some time with me and coming out to hear about what does a retention specialist do. My name is Lena Musa, and I'm one of the two retention specialists we have on campus. I work in the School of Business and Technology over in the T building to support our students there. And welcome. And I'm going to go, Tiffany's going to join us, so hopefully she'll be here soon, but I'm going to go ahead and start presenting. And if you have questions throughout, feel free to interrupt me. Oh, should I do, sorry, I know you told me this.
I should have laptop set up already. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, what does a retention specialist do? So a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Lena, and prior to coming, actually I started at Triton only in March, so I've been here since March as the retention specialist. And prior to me coming here, I was at St. Xavier University supporting students. And I have been supporting students for over 20 years. So I really enjoy helping them. And I was in the TRIO program, so helping the first generation students who have also, they may have limited income background or a disability. And then before that, I was at a high school supporting freshmen through seniors, English language learners. And I was supporting them with their courses. So I had study support classes, and they would just do their homework for 90 minutes, and I would help them in all subjects get organized, prepare for exams as they're learning English. So that's what I did before St. Xavier. And then Tiffany is the other retention specialist who works in the Health Careers and Public Service program, and hopefully she'll be joining us and she can introduce herself. But I know she's been here longer than me at Triton, 3 years. And then a long time ago, this is my second time at Triton, I used to teach ESL classes in the evening for a couple of years. Okay. As I said, I support the business and technology students who are in any one of these programs, whether they're just here to earn a certificate or an associate in applied science. So they could be in architecture, construction technology, or renewable energy. We have students in automotive technology. And then we also have within that program, we have 2 selective programs, but they have to be admitted, either the GM program or the Honda Pact. So it's really nice. These are not offered at any other community colleges. So if a student comes here for one of these programs and they live out of district, they can apply for a joint agreement and pay the in-district tuition. And that saves them a lot of money.
How do students qualify for these programs?
They just apply, but the chair has to interview them and then get them into one of these selective programs. And we get a lot of students from the high schools who are part of the dual credit, dual enrollment, because they have automotive technology their junior, senior year, and they want to continue.
Do you know how many students we have in those programs? Those 2 particular.
Oh, these 2 in particular? I know we have about 300 students in the automotive program. I'm not sure how many in these. Yeah. But I know we can only have about 18 a semester, because there's room for only 18 students in each class for the equipment, not 20, 25. And this year our numbers went up, and unfortunately students were signing up, and we had to we were getting students like 20, and then so we have to, it's a good problem to have, so we have to get more instructors. Yeah. Hi. How are you? Good. You can, as soon as I'm done with this, it'll be back to you, Tiffany. You can introduce yourself. So these are our only two selective programs, and then we have automotive diesel and transportation technology. Then we have the business and accounting classes, CIS, criminal justice, we have that. That's one of the smaller groups I have. Engineering technology is another big one. Horticulture and hospitality, those are also, I have fewer students in these programs. I can go back and then you can introduce yourself because I just started. And then this is forward and back.
Oh, okay. Maybe you could be the
Oh,
controller.
sure.
Hello, my name is Tiffany Irby. I am the retention specialist for the health careers and public service students. I have been at Triton for 8 years now. I initially started in the call center. Then I moved from the call center to the H building, which I'm still in now, as the information specialist. So I was the person that got all of the applications for students entering the program. And now my role has changed, and now I'm helping support students stay in the program. I guess you can go to my under me, those are all the programs that we have. We have two newer ones that just actually started this semester, which is the barbering certificate and the respiratory care. All the other programs have been here for quite a while. Only nursing is the one that we offer students twice a semester. Every other program accepts students every fall semester. The number of students that are accepted into each program varies based upon their program. I don't know where you want.
Do you want me to take this?
Yeah, sure.
So again, what does a retention specialist do? We provide extra support. I always tell my students that I'm their first contact point if they don't know where to go or who to call. So we can help them with academic planning. Unlike an advisor, I can't see their transcripts from high school, like their test scores, so I have to reach out to an advisor. So sometimes they want to register for a class that they didn't meet the placement test score, the measures, so that's why it flags them, so they're confused, so I have to help them kind of explain that. But I can plan with them, like the classes that they want to take for the semester, and then they could go on their portal and actually register, or they could go see their advisor. So we help with that. Sometimes they come in with personal problems, and if I feel like it's a little bit over my head, I would recommend that they go see one of our counselors, and I help them, make an appointment. I would also reach out, email the counselor, letting them know that I spoke to a student, but not giving much information, unless the student tells me that it's okay. So sometimes they need help reaching out to a faculty member. Let's see. We also help with career goals. Sometimes they're ready to graduate and they don't know what to do. They come and talk to us, and then we can guide them. We have with the Career Center, and if we have fears, I encourage them to go and attend to help them. Let's see. So really, we help all the students in business and technology, again, who are getting a certificate or the degree. So it doesn't matter. Let's see, what else do I have? I help them fill out forms. That's probably on another slide, but like the joint agreement, if they qualify to get in-district tuition, they don't know where to start, so I give them the application. Also general petitions, if they sign up late, we can help them fill out those forms. So really, these are just some examples. And I know that's Ken Davis, he's not a retention specialist, but I just like that photo, he was helping the student. So we can meet with them individually, and I have a QR code that they can scan, and it goes straight to my Outlook calendar. They can schedule an appointment, see when I'm available. They can email me, call me, or we can meet in small groups and talk about what's going on. What are the issues? I heard from your teacher, you're not turning in much assignments. So things like that. Faculty will reach out, students will reach out to me, so I have to make sure I reply in a timely fashion. we communicate with the faculty a lot. They always email me if there's an issue. And then I always refer the students to the appropriate support service or campus resources. If I don't know the answer, I help them find the answer. So the two big things that I noticed that I deal with since I started in March were the joint agreements for the automotive students. They have to apply once a year. And it's not automatically adjusted on their every semester. They have to remind the records office, and they forget to email the records office, and then they see the bill that it wasn't adjusted. So then I email the records office, say, could you apply the joint agreement to the student's tuition statement? So I try to remind them it's their responsibility. They have to do it every semester, and then every year they have to apply to get the 3 semesters, the summer, the fall, and the spring. And then the general petitions I help them fill out. And do you want me to go over this?
Sure, I can do the CRM Advise. It's a retention alert system. And so faculty are the ones that initiate that alert that is sent to campus support. So it might not always be the retention specialist. It might be academic tutoring center. It might go to the academic advisors. It may go to other support networks besides us. For this particular, I usually have faculty send things to me directly. The CRM Advise, sometimes I will get it, sometimes I won't. So I will normally, at the beginning of every semester, send out a notification to all the faculty chairs to remind them to send me their list of students that need to be seen by me. I contact students directly, schedule appointments with them directly notify the faculty that sent them to me that they showed up. I don't disclose what was discussed. I do let them know, like the student know why they were sent. They should know, but sometimes they act like they are unaware of why they were sent to retention. And so there's a discussion that happens, and faculty just knows that they were present. And so these alerts can be for students that are coming late to class, which is like within our area. Our grading system is much different in the health career areas. And so they are required to have this average. So when they don't meet those test scores, there's usually a notification to me about not meeting those benchmarks. Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, and like Tiffany said, there's a lot in here that we get a lot of alerts. So I'm still learning how to use it. And when I go check my dashboard, it says that I serve 1,900 students in the business and technology program alone. So that's a big number. But out of that number, I get like 60 alerts, 30 were closed from the other staff members if they just need help logging into Blackboard. So someone will reach out to them within 48 hours, usually someone from technology or the Academic Success Center, and then they'll close it, and then it drops me, and then I kind of take care of the academic concerns, like Tiffany said, the attendance issues. They're not logging in on an online course, and it's been 5 days. So they will get an email from the Academic Success Center once the faculty member issues the alert, and then I will also reach out and call them. Sometimes it's quicker to call them, and they'll answer, surprisingly, and see if I can help and what's going on. You're going to be dropped if you don't check or log in 2 days. So hopefully they're aware. So we do get a lot of alerts, but then now I kind of looked in the morning, I'm down to 28. So, because every day, and I think now it's new. Jason Lemberg just told me that this year, or this semester, is the first time students can actually issue an alert on their behalf, and they've been doing that. So that's why we're getting way more alerts. So they're saying, I need help with homework. I don't know where to go. That was one that I saw. I can't get into Blackboard. Things like that. That they're kind of advocating by themselves for themselves. which is good. So that's new this year. And I think that's it. So really, we have to kind of follow up, email, and then they want us to close the alert within 4 or 5 days. If we don't hear from them, unfortunately, we have to close it as canceled, and there was no resolution made. So with us, they want us to do as much as we can so we can have a resolution and support the students before the alert is closed. I think that's it.
So wouldn't be a retention specialist if we didn't do retention data. At least I know in my area, I don't know, I know they were trying to do that when the other retention specialist was there about like collecting all of those data. So in health careers, I do collect all the students like roster information per semester. It is tracked to know how students are moving along through our programs, kind of identifying maybe some of the areas or semesters that we kind of see students drop out from or are a little less successful in. And then it gives us an overall like completion of the program, which is what its success is kind of like based on, right? If they get in the program, that's great, but if they don't complete a program, then was it really a success? And so it kind of gives us just that look per semester throughout their duration of the program. I do facilitate workshops throughout the semester. They used to be in person, but students' participation was low. So they transitioned from in person to virtual, so they are on Zoom. They vary per semester, and so they can be based on what the students' needs are, like time management skills, test taking skills, studying skills, or what the faculty feel the students need support in. So maybe note taking, dealing with test anxiety, soft skills, um, and so they can be kind of geared to either one of those things. Does you have something to add?
That's about it. Yeah, since I came in March, I held one before finals, like prepare yourself for final exams. And I advertised it, and then I had 2 students come. And I did it for 2 days, like a Tuesday and a Wednesday. So if they have classes, and I did one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So enrollment was slow. But I'm going to, actually for this one, the class visits, we do class visits a lot at the beginning of the semester. Usually the faculty member will reach out and I just come in and they tell me when to come, just quick 5 minutes, introduce myself so the student can have a face with the name. And if they have any issues, they can reach out to us. So we do class visits. And then, like Tiffany said, the workshops, that's a good idea with virtual. I should start that. But teachers might ask me to come in and do a quick, like 15, 20-minute workshop. And one faculty member, Francis Fig, actually asked me to come in to help students compose an email, because they're still saying, hey, not identifying themselves or stating what class they're from and what they need help. They still need help on how to have email etiquette. So I'm going to be doing that in a couple of weeks. So that's what that is. And then when we do, sometimes I'll give them important reminders. I'll email the faculty member. They can announce it in their classes, or when we do class visits, I give them a few dates. Like if you're going to graduate in December, you have to file the petition to graduate September 15th and things like that.
Yeah, mine is pretty much the same. I attend the new student orientation because all of our programs require students to attend an orientation before they officially start the program. And so I attend all of those, and that's usually my introduction of who I am. And how I support students. I also do workshops within the classroom. I have one scheduled after we come back from break about soft skills. So the faculty will usually tell me what they feel the students need. And then that's how I kind of build the workshop. Sometimes they will go off of the workshops I've had done in the past. And so I give them a list of what's going to be offered for the fall semester, other workshops that I have done, and they can pick off of either one that they feel students need support in. In regards to reminders and important dates, because I have all the students' email addresses, because I do all the, like, pull everything from out their rosters, I send it to the students directly. So it seems to work a little bit better for me. We have kind of staff and a lot of adjuncts, so they're kind of in and out. So it's easier for me to just to send the information directly to the students.
And then here's our contact information, my email address, my extension, and then, like I said, you could find me in the T building.
Yep. And I am in the H building.
I think that's it. If you have any questions or.
So you guys don't support the adult ed GED, right?
No, I don't think there is a support network put in place for them. If they decide and they are interested in like health careers, because I know some of them will transition from that and go to health careers, then they'll get the like additive support, but I don't think there's like an in-place support retention specifically for adult ed in general.
I think there is a retention specialist, but
Oh,
yeah.
sometimes students have multiple programs in their academic planning, and that's how I see that they're continuing ed. Like you said, if they started, then I would just reach out and support them as well. If they reach out to me.
Question about the soft skills instruction or help that you guys offer. Can you speak a little bit more about specifically like what types of things you talk about or what you do?
So I am doing that workshop for DMS. So it's about what soft skills are. I think people are not identifying the communication, creativity, like things to prepare them to look for employment. So I'll be doing that with the seniors that are getting ready to graduate, of kind of identifying what a soft skill looks like, letting them know they probably use a lot of those soft skills now, getting them prepared for like work ethics is a soft skill and what that looks like and how you show up to be professional. And so that's kind of what that workshop is kind of geared towards.
Getting them ready for the workforce too, being on time, responding to emails, within 48 hours, things like that they're going to need to succeed, and dressing appropriately, introducing themselves appropriately. And I know the Career Center, they just gave us like a list of workshops that they invite students and they have mock interviews with them. And what else do they do? I know they gave me just a list the other day. Students.
The career service.
Oh yeah, the career services.
Yeah. So yeah, they will do mock interviews in there. They do have the photo.
Oh, that's
to do the professional headshots, because we do have 2 job or career fairs happening.
Yeah.
This semester, I'm doing a job readiness workshop to prepare students, because they, although it's in the cafeteria, they still be prepared, know what elevator speech is, to get those things in order, to know what they should be wearing, and to prepare for those as we get closer to those 2 events. Any other questions? Yep.
Can I ask, is there anything that we can do as instructors to make your jobs easier?
I'm always interested in new workshop ideas, which I come up with things on my own and things that I kind of pick up from the students that I work with. And they definitely, with the email, how to write a professional email or letter or anything in general. So like if you're noticing something that you're seeing consistently, bring it to our attention, because it could be a workshop that we create that maybe some people may show up for, or um, but I think for the most part, your faculty kind of do your job, so like letting us know kind of what's going on. So
And I appreciate the emails, even if you don't use the CRM Advise system, the
Yeah.
early alert, just getting an email, an update. We appreciate that. We can kind of focus on the student. And sometimes when we reach out, they're like, oh yeah, everything's okay. We spoke with the faculty member already. Yeah, I already talked to my teacher. Sometimes they do. So maybe like a follow-up would be nice. Like, yeah, because I kind of listen to them and say, take it on face value, but like, okay, you have a week to turn it in. You have an extension. Oh yeah, I turned it in already. You did it. So we're getting the truth. So it would be nice, like if they follow up. Like, you know what, I gave her an extension, I still did not receive it. She has like 2 more days to turn it in. Then I can reach back. They're like, yeah, everything's good.
they do.
Some of them are too shy, I think, to talk to us. So. But some would rather talk to us first than the instructor. I feel like they open up. And then I always ask them, is that okay if I reach out to your instructor? And if they say yes, then I reach out.
So I have a lot of nursing students. I teach intro to sociology, but I have a lot of nursing students just taking it for credits. So can I put your contact information in my syllabus?
Mm-hmm. Does anyone
Just know
teach in the school of like business class, business and technology, that you can utilize me? Because I brought my flyer if you want to take one. I also support, you can take this, I also support students in the T building, even though they're taking visual, is it VIC classes? They're not technically under us, but because I'm in the T building, they come to me anyway, and I'm never going to turn a student away. So I sort of support them, and my dean knows. So, so if you ever need anything, feel free. And then this is on the website. I didn't print them because everyone has access to the retention alert system. But there's so much to learn with CRM Advise. Like we can even do reports with keeping track of the retention data and stuff. So that's my job now. I'm going to learn how to use it more efficiently, outside of just responding to the students and stuff. So this is kind of walks you through, if you've never seen it, for faculty, how to submit an alert. So, but this is on the website. Yeah.
I have a question. So, CRM alerts, are you the 2 primary people who take care of that, or you are a secondary branch of whatever they do?
I think we're secondary because they have a team, like the academic success team. They respond to certain alerts, and it kind of tells you who responds to what. The advising team that responds, and then we're the secondary. We're the support staff who will also assist. But if it's a high alert, it depends like what the student needs. Like if it's coming, I need accommodations, then the CAAS office will reply. There's like a staff member. And I know Jason monitors it a lot.
But the CRM alert is always you reach out via email or telephone. You
Yes.
see students in person,
and
right?
there's a lot coming in, so they have a
Is that
team.
going on? I'm like somebody's phone's going on.
So under what circumstances you see students in person?
What is it? I'm
So
sorry.
under what circumstances do you see students in person,
In person.
or on Zoom? Do they approach you, then you see them?
I see a lot of my automotive students. They come in person. They love to come in person, I think because I'm there. And I notice because I'm more accessible to them, they'd rather come in and see me. They don't want to email me. Whereas the other students in the other buildings, I always hear from the faculty member first, and I reach out to the student, and it's a struggle to get them to see me, to come see me. So we're thinking maybe I can have like a satellite office, maybe in the M building where the architecture classes are, or the CIS classes, So I'm gonna try to move my office around and make it more accessible to students to come in person. But I do have luck with the engineering technology students and the automotive, because I'm there in the same building.
So what I'm trying to understand is, like what you mentioned, like you help with time management, the study skills, many other things. So when you sit down with them, you sort of send them to, like, this is counseling, this is where you should go and you get more help, or do you provide them with help yourself?
Both. Like I have some resources that I have.
Mhm.
If it's something quick, if they come and they say, I'm just not I just feel like I'm not organized. Then I have some handouts that I can give them and go over, like a technique that might use. I ask them, how do you plan your day? When's your last class? Are you getting enough sleep? And then if I feel like I'm not the right person, then I would recommend that they go see someone else. So it depends on the situation.
Students are usually sent to me because of grades. Very few times am I sent students because of attendance, because we have a very strict attendance policy in the H building. Because students are fully aware that they can get dropped from health career programs, they kind of a little more on it. But I also do the same thing. So I have conversations with students, kind of find out why they think they're here. And then we'll have a conversation if they need additional support services, counseling. I ask, are they okay if I contact counseling on their behalf to put a referral in? I kind of find out what campus services they need. Sometimes they just need to vent for 20 minutes. Maybe it's just was a bad day and they just need space to be able to hold that in. It depends on like where the conversation goes. I make students fully aware this is a free space, like they're able to share whatever they feel they need to share. Faculty in my building already knows that I'm not going to tell them anything, even if the students spend 45 minutes complaining about how their class sucked. That's their space. The students are aware that whatever happens in that office is confidential and will not be shared. Students are fully aware that while I'm not a counselor for trading, I do hold a counseling degree. And so that gives them maybe a little more space to be able to share a little more things that they might not share with faculty. And I agree with you, they will most definitely sometimes want to share more with us than they share with their faculty.
I had a student come in, she was taking a couple of summer classes. She was overwhelmed. She just wanted someone to talk to. And after she told me everything, she's like, I'm going to fail, and I worked so hard, and I didn't get any alerts from her, from the faculty member. Never heard anything, but I said, well, what do you need me to do now? I can reach out to your teacher. She said, no. She just actually said, no, not right now. I already have it planned. I'm going to have a study group with my peers, and I'll come back if I need extra support. And I was torn because I wanted to tell the faculty member that the person came to see me, the student. And then so I was checking her grades after the semester. I emailed her once. I said, how are things? She never replied. So at the end of the semester, I checked her grade and she received a B. And I was so happy. I'm like, oh, she figured it out and she did it. She said, don't intervene yet. I'll let you know. She never replied with my one email, but I was happy to see that she passed the class with a good solid B. So you're right, sometimes they just need that safe space to vent. Anything else?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
For being here today. Thank you. We appreciate it.